first force I'm going to be talking about is the electromagnetic force. What is it? The electromagnetic forces are acts that occur between charged particles and contain the combination of all magnetic and electric forces. The forces can be either attractive or repulsive. They are usually long-ranged. Along with gravity, the force is also responsible for all the forces we directly experience in our world today. By this force, light, magnets, and electricity are produced. Formulas. There are two formulas associated with this force. The first formula is the electrostatic force and Coulomb's law. It is the electric force generated by stationary charges. The formula reads F equals K times Q1 times Q2 divided by R squared. Here, F means force, K is a constant, Q1 and Q2 are the charges, and R is the distance between them. Bigger charges produce a bigger force, and more separation weakens the strength of the force. As with all forces, electromagnetic force is measured in newtons. The constant K has a specific value, N times 10 to the 9th power. Charge is measured in coulombs, C, and you input the sign of the charge plus or minus along with its strength, so that the equation has a positive value for repulsion and a negative one for attraction. The second formula associated with this is Lorentz force law. It incorporates both magnetic and electrical forces, so it is one of the best representations of the electromagnetic force. The formula reads F equals Q times E plus cross product of V and B, where E is the magnetic force, V is the velocity of the particle, and B is the magnetic field. These are bolded because they are vectors, which have a direction as well as strength. And the cross symbol is bolded because it is a vector product rather than simple multiplication. The equation tells us that the total force is the sum of the electric field and the vector product of the velocity of the particle and the magnetic field, all multiplied by the charge of the particle. The vector product produces a force in a direction perpendicular to both, in line with the previous section. An example of this is the electromagnetic force holds atoms together in molecules, causes friction, and attracts iron to a magnet. It's responsible for determining how electrons are organized in atoms. Atoms are also mainly empty space. It also explains why we don't fall through solids, because the electrons are constricted to specific energy levels.